Hello everyone, welcome... Oh my gosh, that was not my intro. What am I doing? Okay. Take two. Hello YouTube, my name is Iyan, and welcome to episode... Oh jeez, I forgot to check the number. One of the episodes of Ocarina of Time Randomizer, and I'm here back again with...
Suck.
With Michael.
Yeah.
Anyways, a few things to go over. If you may notice, I actually have an extra heart that I did before. But I went and did the archery range games before, and first of all, I'd like to point out how stupid it was of me to say that I was going to stream it, because we're, like, months ahead. But, anyways, so I did the archery range thing. I did record it. Here's a little clip. There we go. And yeah, I got heart pieces. 2 heart pieces. Both rewards were heart pieces, and I was pretty upset, but you know, whatever. Then I went ahead and did the fishing games. So the reward for here's the clips. Yeah, child fishing was a bloopy, and adult fishing was a bundle of arrows. Then I went and did the Big Poe hunt. Which I'm actually glad I did, because I got, the other thing you may notice, I have 30 Deku Stick in my upgrades in the top left. I got a Deku Stick upgrade. Before we could only hold 20, now we can hold 30, so I was pretty happy with that. And now, the last couple things, which I completely forgot about, we have 50 Skulltulas now. So now we can go check the 2 Skulltula locations we haven't yet. And there's another thing that I completely forgot that we had to do. So we're going to actually do that other thing first. Or no, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to go to the Skulltula house first because it's on the way. That's the song, okay. So I'm excited because I got to this point, and now I'm like, okay, well, now there's like 3 things I can check, but I've got no idea what they are. But they've got to progress. So have us progress. So we've got to either have the silver scale, or what was the other thing we needed? No, the lens of
Right
truth.
now,
Yeah.
if we want the gold scale, silver gauntlets, seems like the 3 items that we're gonna need to progress more.
What was the third one? Well,
Silver gauntlets.
I heard silver gauntlets and gold scale.
Scale, and then.
Oh, the
You know,
big
I
orange
just
sword.
forgot.
Big orange sword quest, because we need
To
the
do
lens of
that.
truth at the end of that. So we need an item from that quest. Alright. So,
Doesn't give us bloopies.
which one is it? You?
Hopefully.
Yeah, what's my reward? Yes! Well, that's
Praised us.
awesome. That opens up so much stuff. Okay, how about you? Oh, I already talked to you. You is the other one. Alright, and a heart piece. Okay. Well, that's okay.
Okay, so silver gauntlets. That's incredibly useful.
Yes. Let me mark that off. I forgot to do that.
We can just straight up do the spirit temple.
Yeah, we have the mirror shield and everything. But first, there's something that we can do up in Death Mountain. I didn't realize you could do this, and you're probably not supposed to. But that heart piece we needed like beans for, you can just use hover boots to get to it.
What you're saying is you found a workaround.
Yeah. I figured this out because there was an update to the tracker and a whole bunch of like extra, not tracker, sorry, the randomizer, and a whole bunch of like things, extra things you can do of like not glitches but exploits to get into areas earlier or stuff were optionally included in the logic. And one of them said volcano heart piece with hover boots. And I'm like, wait, and then I looked up how to do it, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. I gotta do that.
Well, it's really interesting to go back through this game, getting items in different orders. Like, is a fair amount of what dungeon was it with the fucking hover boots?
I don't remember.
By the way, we're recording this like a week after the last one, so
Yeah.
I'm a bit.
I don't remember anything about where we got items, honestly.
Like, I remember that we were cheesing fairly hard with the hover boots.
Yes, we oh, so much.
You're not supposed to get those things until after you beat. Well, I
Well,
guess
during the Shadow Temple.
Yeah, but like getting them earlier on, and then using them in different dungeons, like where you're not supposed to.
Well, I didn't mean to activate him.
It's fine.
There's a big one on. Alright. So,
You know, it's always been kind of funny to me how Link will always have the Master Sword on his back, but Biggoron sword equipped, and then just pull it out of nowhere.
yeah, good point. Hover boots.
Every Zelda game, there's just some item or some weird, like, texturing issue. Must have some kind of magic pants. Because, like, this man...
Golden Scale!
Alright, we can go do the Observatory Man now.
But, isn't that ridiculous?
That's...
Oh, well, whatever.
Well...
But hey, see, 2 great items right there.
That's... And I
Alright.
feel sorry for the Iyan that had to go through the archery game.
It's alright.
This doesn't seem all that worth it.
Yeah, it was just 2 heart
What
pieces.
is-
But you know, hey, if we didn't do it, we wouldn't be able to have full hearts at the end. So, I think it's worth it. So we can do more, and we can do the rest of the Gerudo training ground now. But they're yellow, so that means that we need the lens of truth for it. But so we could wait because we know we don't have to. We
Yeah,
could
we should
do
probably
almost
wait.
all of the Spirit Temple, just 2 chests that we technically can't, but they're lens of truth requiring, so we could probably cheese that. And what else was there? Oh, that's it. Wow. So, like, literally, technically, we need the lens of truth for absolutely everything, except for the Lakeside Laboratory. So we have to have the, I can just
Doing the bigger on sword quests and not getting the bigger on sword is going to be somewhat annoying, but...
But hey, the Lens of Truth is also important. Although, I believe that... Because I didn't actually end up finishing the bigger on sword quest in any of my randomizer runs. But you get a random item from the quest to start off. So if we're lucky, we'll get a later item instead of an earlier item, and only have to do that part of the quest.
Once we do start that quest, the other items are just hidden around the world, right? So we have to get those before we can continue. Well, you have this item that you gained.
No, you always will get the big orange sword items on the big orange sword quest.
That's useful. But they're in a random order, right?
Yeah. No, not random order. I don't entirely know, so this is going to be our figuring it out, because I haven't finished it. I could have just gotten really lucky with getting the next item in the order, because I only did like one item. Come on. Dive. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I heard the secret sound. Okay. All right, give me your item, please. Well, that wasn't worth it. Then what can we get? Like, I mean, we can get some things, but what can we get without needing... Oh, we can do some of the Spirit Temple stuff without needing the Lens of Truth. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Spirit
Well,
Temple
as
is what
soon
we
as
have
we
to
get one key, we can go back in time, and then...
Yeah. Although, do you think we should do through, like, as far as we can as an adult first?
Probably save one key just to make sure.
Yeah.
Lock door, and then we have one key left. I would say we go back in time.
I don't
just to check
think we
that
can
last
soft
chest.
lock it, though. I'm pretty sure it's, like, prevented. But, you know, better safe than sorry.
The truth is really gonna make this... I know it's not technically required, but it makes this game easier.
Yeah, I started a run, like, earlier today, where the Lens of Truth was in the Kokiri sword chest.
That's fortunate.
Yeah. And the tunic was, like, a really, really nice purple color. I was pretty happy about that.
Well,
It's gonna take a while.
let's just give you strength in your legs.
Yeah, gauntlets are gonna help strengthen your legs, apparently.
You'd figure that, like, something that gives Link incredible strength would, like, increases it, or, like, damage, right? But no.
God damn it.
Just makes him push some stuff. Well, for those of you that don't know, the last great fairy fountain requires that you lift a giant granite pillar. That can only be done after you grab the golden gauntlets from Ganon's tower.
Oh. I was very confused. I completely forgot everything about this temple.
One of the weirder temples.
Definitely. I have to say, I can't decide if it's my favorite or not, but it's up there because it's interesting.
I mean...
Oh, well, bye.
Actual innuendos myself. You to crawl through that little hole, and at the end, in the 3DS version, where you have to use the hook shot.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do we need the long shot for this? Hover boot cheese.
I don't know if it's gonna work because it looks pretty far, but...
Like,
Oh, you know what? Screw
talking
it.
about the, later on in this dungeon, there's a statue, and if you want to get... I think it's progression-based, but it might be an item, where you have to use the hookshot to, play into a statue's,
You don't actually have to do that. That's just an extra thing, and that's actually not in this version of the game, fun fact. That was only in the later versions after the 1.0, because this is the 1.0 version. Alright, this was the compass chest? Or the map chest? I think it's the map chest.
Well, that's another 20 rupees for Iyan to put in.
Yeah.
At this point, we have blown through.
So, the first 4 episodes are on YouTube, but, like, they're scheduled to come out periodically, so, like, the next 3 weeks I've got covered for me. It'll just come out regularly. But the 4th episode, because like the first 3 episodes, we only had like about 150, 160 rupees on the counter. We had wasted an entire golden rupee during the 4th episode, so it went from 150 to like 350. It was pretty funny.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
These rupees.
At least these don't count
honestly,
for rupees.
But like, in its entirety.
There's a gold Skulltula in here, but we don't need the Skulltula. Ooh, are you... There's a key.
Number 1.
I don't know what chest you are.
Are options?
Ah!
Like room.
1 second. Let me get rid of this like first. Give me my tunic back. Thank you. Oh, I think that was 1 red rupee. Yeah. Oh. Now I'm gonna keep the green tunic on, but I do want to take the hover boots off. Okay, so the options we have. Okay, so there's upper child, torch puzzle, southern hand, which I believe are all children ones, and then compass chest, which I believe you get as a child. Then there's 2 in a mirror room, and then 1 in a boulder room, which I was thinking about this. Actually, this is boulder room. Yeah, this is boulder room because it's the end of this and you can't continue. So this is boulder room.
I forget what playing the Song of Time does on that block, but...
Oh, there's a gold Skulltula behind it. But we don't need the Skulltula because we've got all 50. The other 50 aren't required if we just get 200 rupees and all we do is waste it. Oh, jeez. I did not expect you to be here. Oh, God damn it.
This dungeon is filled with like.
Ugh.
Honestly, I do think Twin Rova is one of my more favorite boss fights in the Zelda series, though.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was worried for a second that I didn't get the tunic back, but I realized I wasn't wearing it.
The mechanics of Twin Rova, for those of you that don't know, I'm not going to spoil it right now, but this is a really old game. I don't even remember, but...
And why are you watching a randomizer if you haven't seen the original? Oh.
Seriously, go find somebody else. Like, I'm sure Iyan might do, like, a regular version in the future, but I wouldn't hold your breath. But Twin Rova definitely has one of my favorite mechanics. How the shield has to take energy from one and then shoot it at the other.
That was very nerve-wracking. There was a floor master in this room. I could tell because it split into 3 pieces. And it was invisible. Okay, this is mirror room then. Okay, normally that was a buzz sound. Normally this is a freezing chest, but it can be something else now. A heart.
Hey, you kind of needed a heart.
And there's another one in this room. Because I believe there's two ice chests that freeze you normally.
How many chests have we done or gotten so far?
Ooh, I don't know.
Well, there was one in the cavern, or the ice caverns, and then wherever after or in order to get the blue flame. But and then I think you got frozen in Mito's house.
Maybe? I really don't remember. Maybe, actually. I'm actually leaning towards that was the thing.
A handy-dandy internet and a subscription to Pixelated. We can just go back a couple weeks and take a look at that.
I believe there's some stuff that the hover boots aren't cheating for. Like this. So I believe...
Hey, it's not cheating, it's cheesing. There's a difference.
Yeah, good point. And it's actually, like, in the randomizer logic that's possible. Wait. There we go.
It'd get frozen in Mito's house in episode 1. It took away 1 full heart.
Jeez. Oh no. There we go. I don't think we can make it all the way across to that side, but I don't. But there's a chest over there, though. Can I get to the hand, play the song, and then hook shot to the chest up
I
there?
do wish. You know what? Maybe hope that the long shot is somewhere close.
Oh, I hope it's in this dungeon.
If it's in this dungeon, then that opens up
The rest of the water temple.
which is Water Temple. And then I think there's some world.
Oh,
that we
that's a
might be able to get
switch.
to.
I thought that was a chest. Oh no, there is a chest too. Okay. This is...
Played the DS Zelda titles.
I haven't played Phantom Hourglass nor Spirit Tracks.
I can say with a certainty for Spirit Tracks, it's interesting and it has some of the more difficult puzzles. Short.
Mm.
There's only 4 main bosses and then a final boss. It does do its job well. Like, the first boss requires that you use a wind-blowing item. That is by blowing on your screen, which is nice. Second boss requires that you use a boomerang to the Twin Rova fight.
Cool.
You whack him, you take the ice that he leaves behind, throw it at the fireside, and vice versa.
Well, those are games I do want to play at some point. In fact, I have them both on Wii U Virtual Console.
They're definite. So, honestly, for Phantom Hourglass, it's annoying.
I've heard the backtracking in that game is really annoying.
Trex kind of does a backtracking thing, except for the fact that when you defeat a boss and then go back to the tower, there's another level for you, and you don't have to repeat other levels.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it does take place after Wind Waker in the timeline.
Yeah. Oh, I can't light this with a stick. I forgot you can't use sticks as an adult. So, Din's Fire it is.
Zelda as a companion is really nice because it makes her more human.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of questioning the motive of they gonna use Zelda's body for. If you're gonna make a Demon King, like, what do you need the princess's body for?
Oh my god. Look at how many we can skip now. So all we need to do are those items. So we just need to take it to King Zora, get the Ivo Frog, go to Lake Hylia, get the eye drops, and then go to Big Oran. That's it.
I'll just say screw it to the dungeon.
Yeah. Really? You think so?
I mean, I was just asking, like, but honestly, if we do get the Lens of Truth, we could just, like, we could come back and actually finish it completely.
Yeah. I'm inclined to agree.
But
And we can go straight to the child one first because we have a key. I believe we got all the chests in this room, so yeah, that sounds good to me. Do warp songs work in here? I sure hope so.
I would hope so, but
So we need to go to King Zora.
so
No, that's the wrong song.
Wait, Lake Hylia. I don't think Lake. Wait. So I was being stupid, but could go to Lake Hylia.
This one's better.
Ring of Shadow. Also, some of the hero titles, best titles. I mean, like, you got the hero of winds, the hero of time Spirit Treks Link, the hero of trains.
Yeah. Hero of trains, best hero.
Like, speaking of somebody who has beaten that game, it's interesting. Definitely worth a playthrough if you've never touched it.
I've heard people who think that Spirit Tracks is way better than Phantom Hourglass, and then I've heard people who think Phantom Hourglass is way better than Spirit Tracks, and there's people who hate both.
Well, so Spirit Tracks is a bit linear.
Which
Like,
isn't
there's
necessarily a bad
towns.
thing, so is this game.
No, so like, you have free roam. You go. But in Spirit Tracks, you have to follow a predetermined set of, like, tracks.
Mm.
So, locations on the map where you can get off of your train and explore. But other than that, like, you can't just to get off of your train at any moment and go wherever.
It railroads you, so to speak.
Quite literally.
I always
To
forget
be
you can
honest,
go this way.
really have a problem with it.
Huh.
Have a Zelda game where it was like, well, you can explore this area, and you can explore this area. You don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
There's this whole, like, kind of thing where you would need items to upgrade your train. It was all aesthetic. Those train options made it look so much better. Some of the bosses, like, there's the four main ones, so you've got a giant beetle, but it's like a bloated pig. I think it's a fire colossus that requires you just shoot arrows at him from a rail cart system. Or, did you ever play Twilight Princess?
No, where am I, Twilight Princess?
I believe it.
I didn't get very far at all. I beat the first dungeon, I think.
Boss. I forget his name, but Skeletor.
What?
It's just... Okay, so... But... I swear to God. It's intimidating as hell. Your name. We're at the Arbiter's Grounds. Stalord, that's it.
Ah. I assume it's a giant Stalfos?
He's, it's kind of hard to say what this thing is. Honestly, say just what this monster is. A dragon
Come on.
somehow managed
There we go.
to get stuck in the sand.
It's gonna expire. This is gonna be stressful because warp songs don't work.
Yeah.
You can't tell if hover boots make you slower or not.
Just because of the slide mechanic, I wouldn't say so. I jump right into the river for the fastest mode possible out of here.
You walk faster than you swim, though.
Princess is a good game, though. I would highly recommend, like, playing through it and beating it. Mainly because bosses are fun and interesting.
I wanted to do a blind race of that with Icarus because he has, he hasn't played it either.
I can't say this for sure, if you take your time and like go through the story, the king, Bokoblin, and so each time that you meet him, like he starts out with these 2 large horns, right?
Mm-hmm.
You progressively beat him, his horns grow shorter.
Huh.
He basically has 2 stumps and is like, alright, I'm not screwing with you anymore. And this is at, like, the final dungeon, Ganon's Castle, or Hyrule Castle, rather. So, he's done. Not gonna mess with you anymore. You've beaten him X amount of times. For beating him this last time, he actually helps you get to Ganon.
Oh, jeez. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Ah.
And then every dungeon has Uku, which is essentially a teleport back to the start of the dungeon. So it's kind of like Furor's Wind, except for the fact that...
Oh, come on, Epona.
Epona doesn't jump that high, except for getting out of the ranch.
Yes, she does. See?
Difficult. Frog. Just... minutes. I don't see the logic in that.
The sprite for the eyeball frog has got to be my favorite in the entire game.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh, come on.
Come on, man.
Oh.
Right.
Hurry, take it a big run. So the fastest way is just up Death
Now, for
Mountain.
those of you that don't know, this is one of the most annoying side quests in, I want to say, Zelda history.
Yeah, and we skipped like 3/4 of it.
It was really nice, but seriously, like, if you mess up, getting back... So, A, thinking, well, if you have the glory of
Epona!
fire, you can just cheese it.
Epona... Oh my gosh. Epona hates ledges. And that wasn't even a ledge.
And cheese with the Bolero of Fire, the eye drops just evaporate them immediately.
Yeah, the game sets your timer to 0 if you use any warp songs.
Honestly, like, if you know what you're doing, it's not terribly hard. Sheer fact of the matter that likes time side quests, I want to believe.
Yeah. Do you think it'd be faster just going up the mountain or going through Goron City and through the crater?
Death Mountain. I've always done it through Death Mountain, and it's never completely boned me.
Alright. Is this possible without Epona?
No.
No?
Think about it. You took maybe 10 seconds to get Epona off of the ledge and then all of that. But getting across Hyrule Field, even if you backpedal, you're not going to make it.
Hmm. That's interesting.
So, like, you might have like 5 seconds left. I consider that lucky.
Link doesn't stop completely while rolling with the hover boots, which is nice. Because of the slide. Like, normally Link, like, stops after a roll. So I think hover boots might be faster. Doesn't feel faster, but...
Okay. So... technically,
Oh, jeez.
you can do it without Epona. It's just, it's incredibly hard.
Ah. Side hopping up a ledge, or up like a slope, is much faster. you don't need the height with the side hop. You just get the distance. This is so stressful. I've got a minute left. I've got to get all the way up this ledge with the Skulltulas in the way.
As long as you don't get knocked down by the Skulltulas.
Can I hook shot up this cliff?
Not quite sure.
Oh, jeez.
I believe that's the cliff. Well, that's 5 seconds.
Oh my god, I stopped.
Oh no!
Come on, game, let me do this, please.
Just shoves Link's head into the rock. Fuse. And... Oops. That man, some eye drops.
I did it. Woo! Alright, so we gotta wait, what, 3 days?
I love how his check is a piece of chiseled stone.
What's it going on? Probably chiseled it with his teeth.
Well, what I'm wondering, that's about the size of Link's body, and we're talking about a man that's just...
Oh.
That's the lens of truth.
So I didn't mean to talk to him, but apparently they shortened it. You don't have to wait 3 days. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad we have this now.
You know, after watching this on youtube.com/pixelated, showing up randomizers in my feed, and apparently somebody speedran a randomizer in 7 hours.
Well, that's actually not the longest or shortest time. There's, like, I've seen one in 6 hours. Because, you know, it's all luck. Alright, so Gerudo Training Ground or Shadow Temple?
Shadow Temple.
Alright.
It is interesting that the
There we go.
temple can be done without the lens of truth.
Yeah, it can be. We really messed up on that that platform, that moving platform, though.
That one.
That's why we quit.
And for those of you, no, they'll have seen this episode by now. But the platform was not fun.
No, it was. Well, now I have Lens of Truth, so it'll be fine.